In every part of the world, human beings have different kinds of social structure. The most immediate being family, after which there's community. Now this community can be either a tribe or people following a single religious code, or having a single guru, or it could be a vocation. In India, it was vocation that defined groups of people, so jatis, and there were thousands and thousands and thousands of jatis. And from what we know from some genetic information is that before 2000 years, there was a lot of intermingling between these jatis. But somewhere 2000 years ago, endogamy became important. That means what is called roti beti parampara. A member of a jati would not share roti or food with other jatis and would not share their daughters with other jati, which means a jati sort of became a genetic pool by itself. And what remained in the pool was, of course, the blood ties bound them together, and they had the same vocation. The problem starts somewhere 1000 years ago, where these jatis started organizing themselves along the hierarchy of purity. Now traditionally, everywhere in the world, different communities have hierarchies based on economics and political power. This is universal. Everywhere in the world you'll find it. What is unique about the caste system is the hierarchy of purity, with some jatis considering themselves to be pure and some being considered from birth to be impure and dirty. And this is perhaps the darkest aspect of Hinduism, and you see it especially in temple structures, where the purest members stayed close to the temple and the least pure people stayed away from the temple. And this creates a whole bunch of economic and political upheavals in society. And that is the world that the Portuguese saw when they came to India 400 years ago, and they applied the word casta to it. The word caste is really not an Indian word. It comes from the Portuguese casta, which means clan, and it is used for what in India is called the jati system. In India, there were many groups of people which followed a similar vocation, and these vocational guilds or groups were called jatis. So there were the potters, the weavers, the blacksmiths, the sanitary worker, the leather worker, the garbage collector, the farmer, the cowherd, the priest. Each one of them formed a particular group. And people have tried to bundle them in what is the Chatur Varna system. The word Chatur Varna comes in the Vedas. It acknowledges that human society is always hierarchical. But people have tried to map these jatis into these 4 Varna system, which is an artificial construct. Except for the first Varna, the Brahmin, where you can put all the Brahmin jatis in the Brahmin Varna. For the rest, it is a big problem. You don't find neat one-to-one mapping between the Chatur Varna system and the jatis. Maybe in the next 100 years, we will reject these labels and we will challenge it. 100 years from today, women were not considered equal to men. But today, nobody has those questions unless one is a bigot. But in the future, I think that 100 years from today, the caste hierarchy, this purity nonsense will go away, and we'll focus on just creating mangalyam, that is auspiciousness, abundance, and good luck for everyone, not just for a few.